Chianca is a household name globally, but especially in the country of Portugal, where his big brother Lucas is considered one of the best big wave surfers ever. You're watching the MEO Pro Portugal presented by Rip Curl. Coffin getting things started against João Chianca. Highlining this left-hander now off the bottom. Clean connection there as he hammers the pocket, belts it again with some power. Off the bottom again and rifles off a big finishing move. 3 big hacks on the backhand of the Californian. Great start here, Strider, for Coffin.
Absolutely. Look at the fire coming off of Connor's tail right here. Just big blow tail into another one and then finishes with a third on the inside. Really whipping the board back into it. It looks like he's surfing with a lot more aggression and intent than, say, I would be used to. I don't know. I feel like they just stepped up the game here. I think everybody's going harder and stronger, getting deeper into the event. I feel like you have to push a little harder, and that's what we're seeing from Connor, and he knows he's got his hands full with João Chianca.
And he was so excited to get things started. Here he goes again. Big connection over the roof of that section, right into a backhand hack. He is so engaged with Super Tubos right now. His backhand's really underrated. It brought him to a final last season in Australia against Gabriel Medina.
Yeah, the second wave here of Connor, he's backed it up and he's going straight into the lip and he looks really sharp, and I like the way he surfed.
But I'll tell you what, that was a grind, and it was pretty cool to watch.
Also getting involved at the start here, João Chianca getting on the board. Similar style surfing as Coffin. Big power hacks in the pocket was.
Wow, maybe even a little more vertical, a little bit more upside down. First turn, nice and clean on the face there. Pushing really hard. You can see the fins pushing out. Second turn, getting up in there really quickly. And then this last turn, upside down in the lip again, comes out of it vertical, kind of more drama.
Meanwhile, Connor just got his third ride. Nice left that's running through the inside. Speed turn, blow tail, and pulls that one off in a tight space. So smaller open face, but he's still fired up, Pete.
He is, and of course, when you've already got a 5.67 in your score line, you need to push your maneuvers, and that's what he did on this last move. Those are the types of things we saw from him at Narrabeen, was that drift of the fins where he pushes all that pressure on the front foot, releases the back end, and just slides it across the lip. It is a very cool looking move and very hard to do.
And I've already seen Jake Marson, which was a great hit, and I'm loving it. It's amazing.
So fun. Well, it's amazing that the locals get to come down here with an opportunity to see the best surfers in the world, to get an autograph and to watch them perform in just this kind of stadium is really incredible.
Everything that was to come on the championship tour, that's what Chianca's going through now. Connor finding another gem down the beach. Big power blast back into the open face and crushes it again. Showing so much power and control of that JS.
I just want to say yes. That was great surfing.
He's chopping trees, dude.
No, he's swinging the axe, and he's just 2 whacks, and it's down. I mean, that was some great, quick, strong, precision surfing, and really fired up fast.
Let's go. Pete, what do you think of the first turn?
It's aggressive, in the pocket, in the lip, and then again, right in the pocket, one more time, pushes it really hard. You can see that he's giving everything, and that's the commitment to the maneuver. I mean, look at the clean wall on this, and just right in the pocket, punches it through the lip, straight into the bottom turn again, almost gets a little loose, but pulls it together, that style that he has. Connor has one of the best, so clean.
Dark horse type profile at the moment, but that's changing quickly. Back to Chianca, off the bottom, front side carve to slide. Layback snap to slide again for a nice 2-turn combination. He definitely has a looser style, trying to push those fins extremely hard on those 2 decisions. Needs a 6.61 for the lead.
Connor surf, but we haven't seen Connor on the right, but he does a nice little turn and a jab in the pocket, kind of, so to speak. Gets another little layback jab in there, but I don't feel like the surfing on that wave was the surfing suited exactly for it.
Well, the rights seem like they're bending away from you. They're not hooking at you like the lefts are, so you're not able to really carve through the pocket. You're doing more face turns.
but look at those turns.
Difference being rewarded for Connor. Flow between turns, brilliant, done with a lot of speed and a lot of power. As we see a tube ride for Chianca, staying open for the Brazilian and attacking the end section.
Ooh, first barrel we've seen in a while.
I really feel like the Portuguese are flying that Brazilian flag as well. So, breaking down the tube time, it was a short end of a wave that, I don't feel like this is going to be a big score just because of the way where he took off on the wave. But, he did really well with what he had. That said, I don't think he's going to get a big score. I don't know if he's going to come up with the requirement here.
Always fun to get the vision in a tube, but yeah, like Strider was mentioning, Pete, it wasn't a heavy Super Tubo section. How do you feel like this score will come through us?
Well, he disappeared from view. We haven't seen barrels in a while, but I would agree with you guys. I don't feel like it's going to be upwards of the 6.61 needed.
As we've got Connor with priority, making a decision on this wave. He'll let Chianca roll the dice here, getting a lot of speed, beating that section, and a wise move for Connor to let him go on that wave.
Yeah, he saw it, and that's the experience that Connor Coffin carries. He has a good read of the ocean. He can see, okay, is this going to be the 6.6 needed?
Because I knew he was excited just to surf and ride waves today. Connor putting himself in position for a right-hander. Flows right into it down the line. Now setting up his first turn. It's a solid gouge in the open face into a full roundhouse. Going off into a little inside shoulder as he will hop out.
Jumping into those turns, which is something you don't see very much. And
it's
Connor is the opposite.
Yeah,
he's driving through turns, right? He's contrastingly, making a big difference in the style of surfing that he's doing. And I think it's,
it's whoever you're appealing to, It's really what it comes down to.
Apples to oranges.
Yeah. What are you preferring right now, Pete?
I'm liking Connor's look right now. I just like the smoothness and the sinking of the rail. I still think that both these waves aren't really going to go into the scoreline. I may be wrong here because they are still pretty good scores.
It is top two. We'll find out. Chianca to answer. Deeper off the bottom. Nice snap to slide again, trying to get as radical as he can in a tight space. He stays on his feet.
Well, the crowd's definitely helping João. You can see after every one of his maneuvers, the crowd is going bananas. To deny the fact that it's just a little bit smaller wave and it was a little bit more of a chunky wave.
He's jumping into turns, though.
Yeah.
I love the way he's surfing. I love the energy and how he's coming into his position.
Connor's up again, another right. There's that classic carved to tail release. Frames it up with that lean back type approach. Just a fun section to work with. Probably another throwaway score for Connor at Carcavelos. Well, years ago now. Last to Connor here was.
Yeah, quick snap, and then comes in for the big gouge in the face. So I love it. I think he's surfing so well right now. You can see how fired up he is. The first turn, just a setup turn. It's for this right here. He drops the wallet. Look, leaning back on that tail, engages the front rail as well as he comes through the turn to keep the drive through the board.
I don't see Chianca anywhere near him right now. And Connor is just going to luck into this dream left. Beautifully off the bottom, belts it in the pocket, straight back to the lip. He's late on it, but he's still almost recovering. Incomplete on the finish. This is Joao's last chance, and he will just have to kick out, knowing that he missed out on an opportunity at the end of that heat.
That's a bummer for João. Surfing really good. Great job for Connor.
Well done, Connor Coffin, 7.17 and a 6.0, dominating the matchup and moving into the round of 16.